Hey YouTube, how the heck are we doing here? It is Foul Play, back for some more Pauper action. This match, we lost the die roll against Dark Pantsu, and opponent is on the play keeping a 7-card hand. I think we can keep this. We could certainly see a better hand, but it seems reasonable. Alright, so it could be Dimir, it could be Artifacts. Here we'll just go ahead and Abundant Growth. Drawing Lotus Petal, and we'll keep Lotus Petal a secret for now. Alright, opponent plays out the bridge, and it looks like we're reversing an opponent that is the Grixis Affinity list. So we have the option to play Ledge Walker. It's pretty bad into Diabolic Edict. I think as a main deck interaction, they run 3 copies of Edict. So I'm going to kick things off by going Abundant Growth on our Forest. Find Ethereal Armor. Alright, well, guess we'll play out our guy and hope we don't get blown out. Alright, so opponent 2 mana Thoughtcast, Sorcery Speed. Clan Shaman, oh my god. Well, that didn't take you long now, did it, opponent? Yikes. I think in the main deck, it's run of as 1 of copy. So the fact that that is their play is absolutely horrendous for us. We'll play out Sentinel's Eyes because it's the best of a bad situation. I guess our opponent is potentially looking for a better value than that. We'll throw Rancor in the mix because we want to make our opponent prematurely blow up, I suppose. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and attack for 4. Wasn't expecting that to resolve, really, and he's literally taking the damage. I'll play out Ash Barrens as well, although we can't utilize the mana this turn. Alright, so opponent plays Chromatic Star into Mirror Enforcer. And they're not popping anything just yet. Find another Lotus Petal, which is arguably a touch late. Curious on how to sequence all of this. I suppose Ancestral Mask is slightly more valuable than Ethereal Armor currently, so we'll force the issue here for 2 sacrifices, one of which is Star, the other one probably Seat. Alright, so opponent sacks the Star. Alright, card draw trigger goes off, other trigger on the stack. I guess they get as much information as possible. So we lose Ethereal Armor, lose our creature. Our opponent's Clan Shaman goes to the grave. They can potentially get it back with other auras in the future though. I think it's the Blood Fountain enchantment or artifact that brings it back. So opponent slaps in. 6 cards in hand. And, oh, look, deck is helpful. Alright, attacks for 4. Still 6 in hand. Land into pass turn. Not sure what interaction specifically our opponent is holding up, but I'd like to not draw our mana sources. Alright, so during our opponent's turn, they cast Rekna's Bargain, sacking the Vault of Whispers. Playing out another one. Here's Blood Fountain. This can be sacked for 4 mana to return up to 2 creatures from their grave to hand. Another Blood Fountain. So I will say if we are able to draw a creature, resolve it, it will be large enough that Shaman shouldn't be an issue, given all these enchantments here, pardon me. We're down to 4 life. We brick again. I'd like to say I'm surprised, but here we are. Sorry, opponent casts the Rekna's Bargain in our end step, and now it's their turn. They're attacking. We're dead to Galvanic Blast here. Again, nothing we can really do about it. There it is. Let's see. Anything helpful off the top? And of course, the game bugs out and doesn't show us. So we're a little bit unfortunate there. So as you can see here from this list found online, recent list by Tixus. So 1 of Shaman main deck, and doesn't look like they have any of the Edict effects. This particular one has 1 post board plus 2 Arms of Hadir. I'm not really concerned about those numbers, but it's potential our opponent has more copies than this. A reminder as well, guys, if you do enjoy the video, want to see more action like this, see where the league goes after this match, be sure to sub to the channel and check all that stuff out. So Crimson Acolyte is a pretty good efficiency swap here for Silhana Ledgewalker. Our opponent's removal is going to be in the form of Edict effects and of Clan Shaman. This has protection from red, so it will mitigate the Clan Shaman side of all of that. Additionally, there are Diabolic Edict effects, so our Young Wolves are a consideration. So after removing Ledgewalker, we still have a few slots on what to remove. I'm going to test something out here. I'm going to remove Lotus Petal plus a Mask. Mask because it's a little bit slow. Lotus Petal because it's card disadvantage. Now, there's two trains of thoughts I have here. Lotus Petal, good, we want to race. Or game goes slightly longer and our opponent... sorry about that. Our opponent values us out. Now, because of all these draw two card effects our opponents are playing, the draws two out thing... I think we might be better off with Lotus Petal and trying to race them, but I'm going to test it this way for this particular match. All right, here we are for match number 2. We're on the play. We have Edict protection. We in form of Scout and Cartouche, and I guess this is a pretty good hand to keep. It's a little bit slow because we have to spend a mana cycling Ash Barrens. We don't have a Rancor in hand though, so it's not the end of the world. Opponent mulligans 2/6, and we're going to kick things off. Oh my fucking god. Opponent gets it turn 1 as a one-off. This has got to be ridiculous. Unless they are playing more than one copy, they are just the luckiest player alive. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. I guess we try and force our opponent's only land out here by pitching Ethereal Armor. Alright, so opponent wipes their board out to... And it's a 2 for 2, so I guess it's not all that bad. Opponent is behind on tempo. We get to establish a little bit of pressure here. I'm going to be very upset if I see another Shaman. It's a hard choice between playing Bogle there or keeping it in hand. If they have another Shaman, can get back Shaman quickly. Having Bogle in hand is advantageous. If not, and they have like 2 Edict effects, we've probably made the wrong decision. As it is, they spend the turn, Blood Fountain into Thoughtcast. We draw a Ethereal Armor. We're attacking with a Armadillo Cloak, getting in there, and missing out on 1 point of damage with our Warrior token because apparently I am that tilted and tired right now. So this turn our opponent spent actually a little bit of time thinking before playing out Starland. So into Deadly Dispute. So they're thinking about how to best get out of this predicament that they are potentially in currently. Hopefully that means that our opponent is running out of gas, maybe possibly. We draw Ancestral Mask, which is good. That's 4 extra damage. So we'll attack for 9, putting our opponent on a 2-turn clock. So this is 1 extra point of damage than just Bogle, but it dies to double Edict. So potentially it was wrong for me to do it this way. I think the correct line was to play out Bogle plus Ethereal Armor. Hopefully we don't get punished. Alright, so opponent plays Iclor Wellspring, Mirror Enforcer, and cast Thoughtcast. So I think that's all their mana unless they've drawn a land drop for turn. They have already missed 1 land drop because this is their 5th turn. Alright, so Misvault Bridge enters tapped, and we find Abundant Growth. So I guess we'll kick it off first. Now, we won't do the BM thing. We'll Ethereal Armor, and then we'll Abundant Growth over here. And Abundant Growth drawing us a card. Opponent's seen enough. Okay, so going into sideboarding for game 3 here. Just change the view to this side. Is there anything we want to change? We have the potential to go in there and take it. It's possible we can like minus mask for a Lotus Petal or two, but I mean, it ran relatively well just then, so let's run it back. We're on the draw. We get to draw an extra card anyway. All right, awesome. I am like 100% down for this hand. Let's go. Let's get into it. Opponent's mulligan to 6, so they must be digging for that 1 of Clan Shaman again. Vault of Whispers, so no turn 1 Shaman. Blood Fountain, sure thing. Alright, so we've got like plenty of mana now, so what we really want to see... actually, I think running out Wolf first is actually correct in this spot. I think I misplayed it. Wolves, okay, not punished, good. For some reason, I assumed I had a second hexproof creature in hand. And obviously I do not. So, go ahead and Cartouche. Young Wolf and attack for 2. Alright, so thankfully not punished. We'll try and get our toughness up as quickly as possible to play around this damn Shaman in the event that they draw it. Alright, so 2 mana tapped. Deadly Dispute, Sacking Star. That's a drawing of 3 cards, making a treasure token. 6 in hand for the opponent. Plays out the Great Furnace. Did you draw that damn dirty Shaman? Don't do me dirty like this, opponent. Okay, so it's just a Mirror Enforcer. We can deal with Mirror Enforcer, and I mean, land is great because we're going to keep the quality coming here. We'll start things off by playing out our Vigilance, then we can Ancestral Mask, and it's going to be a big attack from our creature here. 9. No trample yet. Opponent can start the Chump Block War of Attrition. Alright, and looks like they decide to Chump Block. They've got 4 cards in hand. Treasure Token, Blood Fountain can potentially bring it back in the future. That's going to be costly to their mana though, and also their artifact count. Oh, okay. Oh shit, I was paused during that. Apologies, guys. So we Utopia sprawled into Abundant Growth, drawing the Ethereal Armor. Decided to go in on the Young Wolf for the attack. Opponent... What do you cycle this? Discard this? I missed some form of interaction there. Discards Bloodseeker. Is it when this dies or something? No. I'm a little bit confused as to how this got discarded. If you know the interaction where this ended up in the grave randomly, please let me know. I'm looking over chat here and I can't see anything. Oh, Blood Token. Maybe the Blood Token made it happen. Alright, this Bogle can stay in hand for Clan Shaman reasons. Guess we'll attack with the Warrior Token as well. Opponent's forced to block the Bogle. We'll deal 9 damage to the side. It's a pretty decent clock. 1 more attack without any more blockers, and we get the victory. Alright, opponent kicks things off. Iclor Wellspring, drawing a card. 5 in hand now. Can they find the mana? Mirror Enforcer comes down. Clan Shaman hits the battlefield. So, opponent currently has access to 9 artifacts, of which they can sacrifice to destroy our Young Wolf. Okay, so things just got real. They might want to wait an extra turn potentially here. I don't see a world where we attack with the Warrior Token to any sort of net positive. Opponent could also get creative with their blocking here and block with the Indestructible here. It's possible our opponent's just cashing in the Shaman just to remove the Warrior Token. Sacking the Iclor Wellspring. Drawing a card. Okay, so second Iclor Wellspring sacrifice. That's 2 damage on the stack. Are they going to go any further? No, so that resolves. All right. So it's possible that they could have blocked here, sacrificed 5 artifacts, got rid of the Young Wolf. That removes ethereal armor, and then any future attacks are better. Meanwhile, like just jumping out with the Shaman on the Bogle. So I think my opponent potentially misplayed this depending on the context of their hand. I should be playing out Bogle end step there. I think I had a yield through turn by pushing 2. And when I stepped through the damage step and all of that, it just skips straight to the end of the turn. So if my opponent edicts here, we lose our side attacker, we drop ethereal armor, and that's really bad. We did not want to do this. So potentially after, our Deadly Dispute, he's still digging. Wow. Absolutely insane. I think we're very fortunate to still be in this one. Alright, so turn comes round, we draw Glade Cover Scout. Move to attack step. We attack with both creatures. 7 in hand, 1 mana up, plus a treasure token, so 2 mana potentially. Attacking in. Opponent only has to block 1 creature. They can choose to go for 1. No, they block with the Enforcer. Interaction. Rekner's Bargain. Sacking. Drawing a card. Fogging that damage from Young Wolf. Opponent still has a hope and a prayer. We'll play out Glade Cover Scout. No Rancors on hand, so I guess we can leave Forest in hand for now. Pretend it's extra hexproof creatures. You have to also note that Blood Fountain already in the grave for our opponent. They have access to another 3 potential copies that they can draw into to return this Karkland Shaman. Oh, instead they hit an Artificier. They make another land. Why'd they do it like that? Why'd they tap 2 blue sources? This gives us a free-ish attack where they lose the Artificier. I think our opponent potentially misplayed that. If they get enough of these creatures, by the way, they can start attacking in the air while holding like 2 trump blockers up, so that's pretty bad for us. Alright, so they got so many cards. They're going to that cleanup step, discarding an island. Our deck hates us, so we're drawing more lands. 17 lands in the deck, and they're coming in hot here. Here's the attack. Going in, swinging. How's our opponent blocking? Chumped up. In for 1 on the side. Hit our opponent down to 15. Okay, another Deadly Dispute opponent. Can they stop printing all these bloody artifact creatures? Artifact or creature on Deadly Dispute. Alright, this is an Artificier, not an artifact creature. Any reason to play out our next hexproof creature here? 8 cards in hand, 2 here. Yeah, I think I'm buying into playing out this Slippery Bogle. Possible for them to double Chainer's Edict, and we still want our guys on the board. We still want this ethereal armor here. If anything, we want to grow a 3rd guy bigger so we can start attacking white again. Okay, so Hush falls before the crowd. Opponent casts Thoughtcast, going up to 10 cards in total in hand. 26 cards left in the library. They're through more than half their deck now. Opponent plays down Seed of the Signoid. Tapping out. What are they tapping for? Arms of Hadir. So they wipe out our 2 wide creatures there. So I guess that is an argument to not overextend onto the board in the fashion we did. We chose to play around multiple Chainer's Edict, and we could potentially be getting punished here. All it would take is for us to draw Trample, and that is exactly what we have found here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to throw that down on our creature. Big buff. Slippery Bogle going up to 19. Young Wolf going up to 9. Big attacks in. Opponent with 6 toughness. And they concede the match. We steal the game. That is 9 turns deep up against Grixis Affinity. Opponent not finding the answers they need. And us somehow grinding them out. Hope you enjoyed that one, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see more action like this, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Till next time, have a great day. I'll see you then.